Good evening. Hi everybody, how are you doing? Wednesday again. It's come around quickly. Feels a bit like Groundhog Day sometimes. Trying to sort my sofa out so that it looks a little bit more presentable. Yeah, so welcome. Wednesday night flow. Hope you've all had a good week. We are going to be working again into the heart chakra and our back bends and heart openers this evening, like we have been doing for since the beginning of May, really. Just some nice, sort of easy, gentle. Yeah, we'll go gentle tonight. We'll try not to go too strong or too quick or too fast. Yeah, we'll go gentle and we'll have some gentle, nice heart openers to ease us into the second half of the week. It's bank holiday weekend and fingers crossed it's going to stay sunny. So, sorry, I've just got some music on. I'm just going to turn that down slightly. I do have a playlist on Spotify if you wanted some of the music that I play during my classes, especially for those guys on a Wednesday night or a Monday night, even on a Sunday morning at the boxing club. If you fancy putting the playlist on, then I think it should be public. It's on my Spotify account, just under Amy Farnworth, and it's called Yoga Flow 1. So yeah, if you did fancy to set the mood a little bit more, then feel free to try and get on that. And yeah, we're going to start seated. So I'd like to invite you all to come to a cross-legged position on the mat. Like I say, every week, and I can't see you, so I just feel like I'm repeating myself sometimes. It feels really strange. It feels yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to just be in the room with you to gauge your reactions. But yeah, take a block, take a textbook, take a book, anything that's going to elevate your hips slightly, and just bring it underneath your sit bones, and then allow your legs to come into any position that is comfortable, cross-legged, or whether that's with your knees further up. Don't worry if your knees aren't coming down to the mat. That will come in time. The more you practice and the more your body opens into the positions that it is supposed to be open for. All right, so once you're seated, once you've got yourself settled, if you've got some water or whatever else you need, and just bring your hands to your knees. Just take a deep breath in through your nose and then let it go through your mouth. Once more, in through the nose and let it go through the mouth. And just come to close your eyes if this is comfortable for you, if this is nice for you. And then just dip your chin towards your chest. And just begin to recognize where you are at this present time. Recognize where your mind is. If your mind wanders, allow your mind to wander. If you can keep it focused on a single light or image behind your eyes, then allow that to happen. And then if the mind does wander again, just accept that the mind's wandering. And just allow your body to settle into where you are right now. For the next hour, here is where you need to be, present in this moment, in this practice. You don't need to be anywhere else. Your mind doesn't need to be anywhere else, and your body doesn't need to be anywhere else. Here on your mat or on your towel in your living room or your kitchen or your bedroom, wherever you're practicing, this is your time, it's your practice, and it's your space. I want you to begin to observe your breath. Observe where you're inhaling and exhaling from, whether it's through the chest, where we tend to breathe quite often from the chest, or whether you're able to relax into a state of diaphragmatic breathing automatically when you come to practice. Just observe. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. I want you to take a deep inhale, and when you inhale, allow your belly to fill up with air. And then when you exhale, releasing the breath from the body, allow the navel to draw back towards the spine. Breathing in, your belly rises. Breathing out, releasing the breath, releasing the tension, releasing any stress. Navel to spine. Inhale. And exhale. Allow your breath to really fill up that space in your abdomen. As you feel your shoulders relax away from your ears. As you feel your jaw relax and your forehead relax. As you allow the hips and the groins to open more freely, the chest to open more freely, as you imagine that piece of string pulling the crown of your head all the way up to the ceiling, as you keep inhaling and exhaling through the belly. Now imagine your heart as a bright white light. And imagine that light is shining forward through your chest. It's trying to escape. It's trying to get out. It wants to reach towards the ceiling. It wants to open out. It wants to spread the light and the love across the room and out into the world. On your next inhale, when your belly rises, send that breath all the way up to your heart. Maybe you want to pause in this thoracic breath, holding the breath in the chest, and then just release gently all the way back down. Inhale, belly rises, chest fills up with air. Your heart begins to shine forwards as the breath comes up to the crown of the head, and you feel a lightness in your body. Exhale, release the breath from your shoulders, from your chest, and eventually through your belly. Two more rounds. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then just begin to dip the chin towards the chest. Keeping your gaze soft, you can flutter your eyebrows, you can flutter your eyes out open if you wish. Then lift the gaze. We're going to take the head to the right, just gently bringing the ear down to the shoulder. Head comes back to center and then comes all the way down to the left. Gently back to center. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling and gently comes back to center. We're going to inhale and raise our hands high. Our palms might touch, gaze might follow, shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, hands come down towards the mat. Inhale, raise those hands high, gaze follows. As you exhale, I want you to bring your arms into a cactus shape and just shine your heart forwards. Remember the light emanating from your chest. Imagine you're trying to get it to shine onto the wall in front of you. Inhale, rise, gaze follows. Exhale, cactus the arms, push the chest forward. Draw your shoulder blades together, shine that heart through. Inhale, rise. Exhale, one more time. Arching slightly into that back as you push your chest forward and then inhale to rise, sending the energy up through the arms. Exhale, hands come to the sides. We're going to move through some eagle arms tonight. So inhale, raise your hands to shoulder height, raise your arms to shoulder height. And as you exhale, bring your right arm below your left. Cross them at the elbows and then bring your palms to touch if you can, ensuring that your thumbs are pointing towards your face. If this is too difficult or too tight on the shoulders, you can bring your hands to either shoulder and keep your arms crossed at the elbows. We're going to inhale to lift the elbows high as we draw our forearms away from our chest and away from our face. Gaze might come towards the ceiling. Keep lifting. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, release. Inhale, loosen the arms, untangle them, bring the arms out wide. And as you exhale, allow your left arm to come underneath your right and bring your palms to touch with your thumbs facing towards your face, or keep your hands here. As we inhale to lift our chest forwards, exhale, release the arms. Feeling the opening in the back of the body. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms come wide. Exhale, hands come behind your back. Draw your fingers, clasp your hands together, and just draw your shoulder blades back and down. Really trying to connect those shoulder blades together as you shine your heart forwards once more. Releasing your hands, inhaling to rise. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Remove your block and we'll come over into our tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees stacked below the hips. Tops of the feet are pressed into the floor. We'll go through some cats and cows. Inhale into your cow, arching your back, gaze comes forward. Exhale, round your spine, gaze towards your knees into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Send that tailbone high. Feel the fluidity in the movement as you open out the back and your chest each time you move from your cow into your cat. Really mobilizing in the spine here. Drawing that navel and that belly button in and up on your cat. Allowing the belly button to come towards the floor on your cow. And then coming towards tabletop once more. Going to inhale, lengthen our right leg behind, flex the right foot. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, round your back, push your mat away, bring your knee towards your nose. Inhale, lengthen, one more time. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen your right leg and then drop your toes to the floor, grounding all 5 toes into the mat. Bring your left leg out to the side slightly. Pivot on your right foot and inhale into your midi plank. Your half side plank. Allow your right hand to come all the way up as if it's going to touch the ceiling. And then if it feels comfortable, draw your right arm back to shine that heart, that light forwards, grounding through your right foot. Neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, draw your hand back down, reset into your tabletop, and we'll go on the left-hand side. Inhale to elongate your left leg, flex your left foot. Exhale, round your back, bring your knee to your nose, push that mat away from you. Breathing in, allowing the energy to rise through your hands all the way through the lengthening in your spine. Breathing out, knee to nose. Breathe in, lengthen. Flex that left foot. Breathe out, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Plant your left toes on the floor and we'll move into our side plank, half side plank here. Maybe just move that knee and your right foot out slightly. Pivot on your left foot, ground down through your left foot and raise your left hand high. Imagine you want to touch the ceiling. Your shoulders should be stacked on top of one another. Gaze high, breathe. On the exhale, if you wish to bring that left hand back, if it's comfortable, on the shoulders, in order to shine that chest and your heart through the front of your body. Strong through your little left toe. Inhale. Exhale, release. Coming back to your tabletop. We're just going to move into a Anahatasana, our puppy dog pose. We're going to creep our hands forwards, staying on our fingertips as we do so, keeping our hips stacked above our knees. And then when you can't reach any further with your fingertips, just guide your chest gently down towards the mat. If this is too intense on your shoulders, bring a block or a cushion underneath your forehead and rest your forehead on the mat, or you can bring your forearms down if you like. If you want to stay with the intensity, keeping the fingers in like a tent shape and keeping the arms active, bringing the chest down. Really feel that lengthening and that broadening out across the top of the shoulders. Slowly creep those hands back to your tabletop position. Bring your knees out wide, bring your big toes to touch, sink your heels down and back, sink your hips down and back, and come into your child's pose. Take a good few breaths in your child's pose. Now this will be a time to set your intention if you wish. Perhaps, like I say every time, some positive words of affirmation or just some words of encouragement if you've not practiced in a while. Just allow yourself to be, allow yourself to be present. Give yourself some love, give yourself cut yourself some slack. It's all right. We've all been there. 2 more breaths in your child's pose. Inhaling back to your tabletop. We're going to move into our plank position. Shoulders stacked over wrists. Extend your right leg and extend your left leg so that your toes are pressed firmly into the mat. Lifting your bottom so that it's about shoulder height and then gently rounding through the upper back. Arms are strong, grounding through your index finger and your thumb, but just trying to avoid really carrying all that weight in your wrists. You want to be able to distribute the weight evenly through your body. Strong through the core, navel up towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips high. Heels come down towards the floor, downward facing dog. Gaze comes towards your feet. Bend in your knees if you have to. You don't need to straighten out your legs and bring your heels all the way down to the floor. Pedal out those legs, especially if this is the first down dog of the day, or if you've been sat down, or if you have tight hamstrings. Then come to a place of stillness. Inhale back into your plank, keeping your feet and your arms where you can, if you can, where they are, if you can. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths in your downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, lift your heels. On your exhale, bend your knees and step to the front of your mat. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, how many times. Land in a forward fold, Uttanasana. Allow your head to hang heavy and allow your chest to come to your thighs. As you breathe in, allow the back to come flat, the crown of the head reaches forwards. Ardha Uttanasana. Hands touch something, whether that be shins, thighs, or the ground. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Gentle bend in your knees if you need to. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Hands come all the way above the head, straight spine, palms to touch, gaze might follow. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right. Bring yourself into your mountain posture, your Tadasana. Big toes touch, slither of air in between your heels. Palms are forward, shoulders back and down. We rise on the inhale. On our exhale, we bring our palms to touch. If it's comfortable on the neck, gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen through the sides of the body. As you exhale, bring your hands, your arms and your biceps back down towards your ears, shining your chest through for a gentle back bend. Inhale, release. Exhale, one more time, gentle back bend, arms come back. Inhale. Exhale, cactus your arms, just like we did at the beginning. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus the arms, shine your chest forward. Maybe you want to come into a back bend here, shine those hips forwards once more again. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus your arms, back bend. Grounding down, strong through the feet, strong through the legs, engage through your glutes. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Soft, gentle bend in your knees. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest down to the floor, keeping your keeping your arms tucked in at your rib cage. Plant the tops of your feet in the floor, gazes above the mat. We're going to inhale to rise. Gentle back bend, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, engage the glutes. Bhujangasana, low cobra. Shine that heart forwards. Imagine that light wants to touch the front of the room. Exhale, lower. Inhale with your hands underneath your shoulders. Maybe come up into an extended Bhujangasana. Really engaging through your glutes here and pushing down through the tops of your feet. Allow the weight to be lifted out of your hands. Exhale, lower. Elbows into the body. If you want to go here once more to your cobra, you can. If you want to come into upward facing dog with me, then please feel free to do so. As we inhale, exhale. Inhale, push through the tops of the feet, lift the thighs, upward facing dog, shoulders are back and down, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale from here, if you're in Bhujangasana, knees, chest, chin, or downward facing dog, straight from your upward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Remember, you can bend into the knees if that's comfortable. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees and then step or walk to the front of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Breathe into your halfway lift. And breathe out to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come all the way above your head, straight spine, palms might touch. Exhale, back bend, cactus those arms. Really push your hips forward, engage through your glutes. Inhale, rise. Palms touch. Exhale, back bend. Allow your shoulder blades to draw together. Strong through your legs. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a drink if you need to. Check back in with your intention. Connect to the ground as we move through from our Tadasana through into a modified sun salutation C. Allowing the energy from the earth to rebound through your legs, through your feet, all the way up your thighs, engaging through the sides of your body. Your arms come down by your side, your palms are facing outwards. Allow the light from your heart to radiate and shine forwards. And imagine there is a piece of string from the ground upwards, pulling you up straight. Take an in-breath, release, and we rise on the inhale. Palms might touch, gaze might follow. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive. Arms come all the way down, gentle bending your knees, hands come to the floor. Uttanasana, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands, step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath. As you exhale, either through knees, chest, chin, or through Chaturanga Dandasana, inhaling into your upward facing dog or cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhaling to your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Now you can drop to your knees if you wish, if you're at this level, or you can stay in your downward facing dog while we inhale to raise our right leg high. If you're on your knees, you can inhale to just lengthen your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round that spine. Inhale, lengthen your right leg high, flexing your right foot, keep your hips square. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your right foot and plant it through in between your hands. Even if your knee is on the floor, that's perfectly fine. We're going to inhale to rise into our high lunge. Or you can stay on your knee for a low lunge. That's okay as well. Feel free to do whatever suits you this evening. Breathe. Strong through that front leg. Strong through the toes, grounding through your right foot. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the body. Body moves up. Exhale, shine that heart forwards. Feel the light radiating from the chest as you come into a gentle back bend in your high or low lunge. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, gentle back bend, allowing the light to emanate from your chest. Inhale, we're going to straighten out our legs. As we exhale, we're going to bring our hands behind our back, clasp our hands and push our chest forwards. As we take an inhale, instead of coming into humble warrior, what I want you to do, no, we are going to come into humble warrior. I want you to exhale and bend your front knee. And as you're bending your front knee, I want you to bring your chest further, closer to your thigh and send your arms high. Doesn't matter how high you get them, even if your arms just come here. Just try and appreciate the opening in the front of the chest. Draw your navel in and up, long through the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to rise, arms come above the head. Exhale, warrior two, pivot on your left foot. So the arch of your left foot is in line with the arch of your right foot. I can't mirror you. I've not mastered the art of mirroring. So if I'm in a different direction to you, don't worry. Really nice, strong bend in that front thigh. Torso is straight. Gaze is down your right middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, flip your right palm. As you exhale, come into your reverse warrior. Allow your left hand to come down. Try and avoid dumping into your hand though, so that you're not just dumping into this left hip. If you want to come into a half bind, please feel free. Keep a gentle bend in your right foot. Sorry, your right leg. Gaze comes up the arm. And allow your chest to open up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to your Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, windmill your arms down. Step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath. Exhale, lower through knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And come all the way down onto the ground. Okay. Setting up for our Salabhasana, our locust pose, and our first more intense back bend. We're just going to bring our hands underneath our chest, bring our hands underneath our shoulders for a moment, and allow our elbows to come in towards our body, and draw our shoulders away from our ears. Push down to the tops of your feet. And as you inhale, I want you to lift your chest. Try and avoid pushing through your hands. Just feel the engagement through the glutes as you lift your chest. Maybe as you push down through your feet, you can raise your hands slightly off the floor. Exhale, lower. This is the movement that we want to feel when we're moving into our Salabhasana, our locust. So bringing your toes to touch. Engage through your thighs. I want you to bring your arms out long with your palms facing down. Gaze is at the front of the mat or just beyond the front of the mat. Neck is long and lengthened. Inhale, lift the chest and lift the arms. Back bend, shoulders away from your ears. Gaze is forwards. Exhale, lower. Lower your arms. Inhale, lift your chest. Arms lift. Exhale, lower. If you want to come into full locust, then inhale, lift your chest. Shoulders draw back and down. Exhale, lift your feet off the floor. Keeping your big toes together. As you shine that heart forwards, try and draw your shoulders back and try and see if you can touch your feet with the tops of your fingers. Exhale, lower down. Bringing your palms underneath your forehead. Allow your forehead to rest on your palms and then just allow your hips to sway back and forth, easing out that gentle back bend. Allow your breath to return to normal. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing down through the tops of your feet, come through Bhujangasana or upward facing dog on your inhale. And on your exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Gentle bend in your knees, remember, if you need to, or widen your hands to the edges of the mat if you have tight shoulders. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, right leg comes back. Exhale, I want you to bring your right knee to your left elbow and then extend your right foot out. And then pivot on your left foot so that your left foot is pressing to the floor and extend your left arm high into the sky for your fallen triangle. Take a few breaths here. If you feel like you can bring your arm back and shine that chest more towards the ceiling, then please do. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Gaze is soft. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your left hand back. Send your right foot high. As you exhale, bring your right leg between your hands and come back into a high lunge on the inhale. Drop your knee if you need to. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Breathing out, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale through knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and step to the front of your mat. Landing in your Uttanasana. Inhale, rise, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Palms might touch. Exhale, Samastitihi. Lovely, guys. Take a drink. We'll repeat on the second side. Big toes to touch. Slither down between your heels. Come to your Tadasana. Allow your mind to reset, to refocus. Grounding down through your feet. Allowing the light from your heart to keep emanating. Keeping that energy alive. Be present. Be focused. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, Uttanasana, bend your knees. Forward fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, planting your hands, step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath. As you release through knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing into your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, round the back, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. Again, drop to the floor or drop to your knees if you need to. As you exhale, rounding that back, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your left foot through, coming into a high lunge, or you can stay on your knees if you need to. Allow yourself to set up here, grounding down through that left foot. Inhale, lengthens through the sides of the body. As you exhale to cactus your arms, shine your chest up towards the ceiling, back bend. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, allow that light to radiate through your chest. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, clasping your hands and draw your shoulder blades together, pushing that chest forwards towards the back of the room. Take an inhale. As we exhale, bend into that front knee, coming down into your humble warrior. Keeping strong through your back leg. Chest might come to your thigh, or your shoulder might come on the inside of your left leg. Gaze is beyond your mat. Keep breathing. Inhale to rise, release your arms. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2 on your left side. Left knee is bent. Torso is straight. Left heel is in line with the arch of your right foot. Ground through that right little finger. Gaze over your left middle finger. Take 2 breaths in your warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm comes down, or it can come into a half bind. Peel your left shoulder away and shine your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, rise, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, plant your hands, frame your foot, pivot on your right foot and step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath. Lower down as you exhale through chaturanga or niche gesture all the way to the ground. Take a moment here just to catch your breath as we set up for our Dhanurasana. If you don't want to come into Dhanurasana, then please just feel free to move into locust, Salabhasana, like we did on the first side. But if you're coming into Dhanurasana, then bring your feet in towards your bottom and then lengthen your arms out long. And see if you can grab both feet, either on the outside or the inside, with your palms on the top of your feet. Knees together, or as close as they can be. Shoulders are away from the ears. Try and avoid tensing through the shoulders. Gaze is beyond the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your knees and your legs and push your feet into your hands. Keep breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Breath is everything here. Shine your heart forwards. Remember the movement that we did in our Bhujangasana when we lift our chest. Inhale to lift. Exhale, push those feet away. Stay for 2. Stay for 1. And slowly release. If you're in your locust or your Salabhasana, allow your legs to come long. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. And once more, just allow your hips to sway from side to side, easing out your lower back. We're going to bring our hands back underneath our shoulders, fingers spread wide, planting down and pressing down to the tops of the feet as we inhale into our Bhujangasana. Exhale, bending in your knees, tucking your toes, and sending your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Strong through your legs in your down dog. Remember, gentle bending your knees is completely fine. We're going to inhale to raise our left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Round through your back. Inhale, rise. Lengthen. Exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. And then this time when you exhale, I want you to bring your left foot forwards, plant it on the floor, pivot on your right foot, and then raise your right arm high into your fallen triangle on this side. Shoulders are stacked on top of one another. Gaze is up towards your right fingers if that feels comfortable. If you want to take it further, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring your right arm behind you to shine that light from your heart up towards the ceiling. Inhale, hand comes back. Exhale, right hand comes back towards the floor as you raise your left leg high. Exhale, planting your right foot into your your left foot into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left leg high once more. As you exhale, plant your your left foot in between your hands. And inhale to rise into your high lunge on your left side. Drop your knee if you need to. Take a breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus your arms. Shine that chest forwards. Breathe in, raise your hands. Breathing out, frame your front foot and step back into your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale through your vinyasa of choice, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Upward facing dog or bhujangasana. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, heels lift. Breathing out when you bend your knees and step forward into your Uttanasana. Allow your head to hang heavy. Gentle bending in those knees. Breathe in, half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Crown of your head reaches forward. Palms touch something. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Palms to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely, guys. Well done. Take a drink. If you've got a glass of wine, go for a glass of wine, as I am here. Probably not recommended. That's why I've got water as well. All right. We'll begin to move down onto the floor. Into our last back bend. Coming into your Tadasana. Allow your big toes to touch. Allow that slither there to be created through your heels. Root down and ground down through your feet to rise through your legs, through the sides of your body. Allow those arms to come long, palms face forwards. Crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling as your heart shines through. Inhale, we rise. Arms come high. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, swan dive. Uttanasana. Bend in those knees. Head hangs heavy. Breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Step back into your high plank. Take an in-breath here. Remember, shoulders stacked over wrists, ground through your index finger and your thumb as you exhale, either dropping your knees and then your chest and your chin or coming down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lower. Just allow your body to come down onto the floor. We're going to bring our arms out long. And we're just going to allow ourselves to rest here for a moment. Bringing our hands underneath our shoulders, bending our knees and coming back into a child's pose. Bringing your hips towards your heels and allowing your arms to come out long. Take 2 big, deep breaths in your child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. And then just bring your bottom down onto the floor and swivel yourself around into a comfortable seated position. We're going to bring our legs out long into our Dandasana. Maybe shift the fleshy bit from underneath your bum and allow your sit bones to really ground onto the floor. Flex in your feet. If you have tight hamstrings, allow for that gentle bend in your knees. If not, engage through your thighs. We're going to twist. We're going to inhale to raise our hands high. As we exhale, we're going to bring our right hand behind us, left hand comes in front, planting our right hand, and we're just going to gently twist to the right. If your gaze can come over your right shoulder, amazing. If not, just feel the twist in the lower back, in the torso, easing out the back bends that we've just done. Inhale, rise. Come back to center. Exhale, we twist to the left. Left arm comes behind, right hand maybe comes to the outer thigh. Gaze over our left shoulder. Or just to the front of to the side of the room, wherever is comfortable for you. Inhale, hands come all the way back to center. Exhale, lower. We're going to come down through Navasana, a boat pose. So again, just coming onto your sit bones, bringing your feet closer and your heels closer into your bottom, allowing your chest once more to shine forwards. Try and avoid the rounding in the back here. Bringing your arms out long. Palms can be facing upwards or they can be outstretched at the side. And then just gently rock onto your sit bones and allow your feet to lift. If you want to lengthen those legs, feel free. Doesn't matter if you shake. If not, you can just stay here. Stay for 2. Engaging through your core. Stay for 1. Take an inhale. And then we exhale and lower down for 5, 4. Engage through the core. 3, 2, 1. 1.5 or 1.5. And then relax all the way down, but don't relax too much because we're going to come into a final back bend. Now, if we've got time, you might have time. You can come into full wheel if you want. That's where we're going to go. But we're not going to go straight there. We're going to do some modifications first and some variations. So, lying on your backs, we're moving to bridge pose. Allow your shoulders just to shuffle down away from your ears slightly. Arms along. And then bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to press into the mat and ground down. And bring your heels close to your bottom. As we take an inhale and an exhale. And then maybe you want to press your palms into the mat. And then on your next inhale, ground down through your feet and just raise your hips off the floor slightly. This is all it takes. You can stay here, or you can try and raise those hips higher, coming slightly back onto the shoulders, but allowing your chin to come towards your chest so as not to compromise the neck. Inhale. Exhale, gently and slowly lower down until your bottom comes down onto the floor. Now you can repeat that if you wish, if that's as far as you want to go, or you can come into the next variation, level 2. So maybe you want to draw your shoulders underneath your back slightly here. And as we ground down through our feet are positioned the same, our toes pointing forwards. We take an inhale to root and rise through our hips, lifting our hips high, and then maybe shuffle the shoulders underneath the back a little bit more and bring the hands to clasp underneath as we draw our knuckles towards our feet and lift and send the hips higher. Again, dip that chin towards your chest slightly so as not to compromise those really delicate muscles or delicate bones in the top of the neck. Shine those hips forwards. Inhale. See if you can lift a little bit higher on the exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Gently release your hands. Release your shoulders from underneath your back and lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, one at a time. And bring your legs out long. Just allow your back to reset slightly here before you move. Try and avoid bringing your knees in towards your chest. You don't want to be doing that at this stage. Now, if you don't want to come into full wheel, please feel free to just repeat any of those variations of bridge that we've done there. Or if you're going to come into full wheel, again, draw your feet close in towards your bottom as you bend your knees, pressing down through the tops of your feet. Take a few breaths to set up here. You want your palms to come behind you, maybe just in line with your ears, and your fingers want to be pointing towards your shoulders. Your elbows are pointing towards the top of the room, the ceiling. As we take an inhale to prepare, only if you feel comfortable are we going to lift on the exhale and ground through the feet, ground through the arms. Fingers are pointing forwards, hips are coming high, really shining that chest forwards and allowing yourself to surrender into this back bend, your full wheel, your Urdhva Dhanurasana. Stay for 5 breaths maximum, or when you've had enough, just gently chaturanga those arms, bend into your elbows, bend into your knees and bring the back of your head down, keeping your chin tucked into your chest slightly, releasing your arms and then releasing your legs, releasing your back all the way down onto the floor, bringing your legs long. If you've been in bridge pose, then please feel free to release yourself from this. Again, vertebrae by vertebrae, taking care of the spine and the neck as you go. Just allow yourself just to settle in your mini Shavasana here. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Then bend your knees once more. Bring your feet wide to the edges of your mat and allow your knees to come to touch. And then if it feels comfortable, just begin to sway your hips from side to side. Windscreen wiper those legs. And hopefully you'll be able to feel this in the lower back as it just eases out from all those back bends that we've been doing. It feels really nice, not too intense. And then just come to a place of stillness. Bring your feet back together. Allow your left leg to go long. And then bring your right knee in towards your chest and give it a bit of a hug. Maybe some circles in your ankle. And then bringing your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Bringing your right arm long, or you can cactus the arm at the side, depending on how much room you have in your house. Take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale the breath from your belly, allowing your navel to come towards your spine, creating space to bring that right leg over to the left. Your gaze can remain up towards the ceiling, or it can come over to your right. And just allow that twist to happen. Easing out your lower back once more. Doesn't matter if your toes or your knee comes to the mat. Try and keep your right shoulder ground down onto the floor. Keep breathing. Inhale, bring your right knee all the way back to center and then allow it to go long. As we inhale, bring our left knee to center. Exhale, give it a bit of a hug. Maybe a little rotation in the ankle here. If you've got clicky joints like I have, you might enjoy the cracks. Then bring your right hand on the outside of your left knee. Your left arm can come long, or you can come into a cactus, wherever's comfortable for you, keeping your left shoulder grounded onto the floor. And as you gently inhale, exhaling through that belly, allowing the air to escape as you move and guide your left leg over to the right hand side. Gaze comes over towards your right elbow, or your left elbow, or your left fingers, or it can stay looking up towards the ceiling, wherever is comfortable. And then inhaling to come all the way back to center. Release your left leg onto the floor. Give your knees a little bit of a shake. And finally, what we've been waiting for since our first back bend. Inhale, bring both knees in towards your chest, and then just give yourself a nice big hug. You can rock from side to side here. Whatever feels comfortable for you, you can just stay still. You can make some movements with the knees, one way or the other. You can come into happy baby if you wish. Soles of the feet come high. Hands come on either the outside or the inside of the feet. And just maybe rock from side to side. Again, only if this is comfortable on your spine. Allowing your spine to lengthen so that all of it is on the mat. And then releasing your feet, allowing your legs to come all the way down to the mat. Come out long. Both of your feet are out to the sides of the mat. Allow your arms to come by your sides. Shuffle those shoulders down away from your ears. And just allow your eyes to close. Take a really deep breath in through your nose. Let it go through your mouth. Inhale. Fill your body up with prana. And release. Allow your whole body to melt into your mat. Allow the backs of your legs to connect to the mat and sink. Allow your spine to lengthen and sink into the mat. Allow your shoulders to soften and sink into the mat. Allow your head to soften, to release the heaviness and sink into the mat. Allow the forehead to release of all the tension. Allow your jaw to soften. As you draw your shoulders away from your ears more, allow your heart to shine once more up towards the ceiling. Imagine that bright light, that ball of energy within your chest. The energy that we've created in this practice, soaring through your veins. Allowing that love and that light to shine out to the rest of the world. Shavasana. Please feel free to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. Or you can begin to bring your awareness back towards your breath, noticing the rise and the fall of your torso, of your belly, of your chest. Bringing your awareness back towards your physical body. Then bringing your awareness back to your mind. And just accepting and noticing where you are right now in the present. Bringing your senses back to your mat and back to the room. Allowing yourself to experience and just appreciate the tapas and the energy that we built in tonight's practice. And accepting and allowing any negativity or any niggles or pains to just be left behind in our Shavasana. As you make some gentle movements in your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles, and your legs and your arms. If it feels comfortable to do so, bring your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a big hug. Keeping your eyes closed as you roll over onto your right hand side, ready for rebirth, ready to take on the rest of the week with courage and love. Slowly in your own time, bringing yourself on to a seated position on your mat, keeping your gaze lowered and your eyes closed. Just bring your hands to rest on your sternum in Anjali Mudra, your heart center. Appreciate the time on your mat. Listen to the beat of your heart. Gently flutter open your eyes and maybe gaze can lift. Take a deep inhale through your nose and release through your mouth. Once more to seal the practice. Inhale and release. Bringing your thumbs to rest in between your eyebrows where your third eye center lies. May your thoughts be pure and true. Then bringing your thumbs to your lips. May the words you speak be kind and gentle. And then once more bringing your thumbs to rest on your sternum where your heart lies. May your heart be filled with love for not just other people, but for yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. Take care, guys. Namaste. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for joining. And please take your time getting up. Allow your body to readjust and allow yourself to give yourself some time to come out of your practice this evening. I really enjoyed the practice tonight. It was quite moving for me. So yeah, if you have any feedback or anything, then please let me know. And the next session, next YouTube class is probably going to be on Sunday morning this week. This Sunday, sorry, I can't do Sunday evening, I'm afraid. So if you do want a Sunday morning class, then yeah, I will endeavour to be here for you, maybe about 9:30. So yeah, let's see what happens. And once again, thank you so much. Yeah, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.